Hello, everybody. This is Metal Rose, and this is Metal Rose's Heavy Metal History Corner. Here are a couple cool things that happened this week in heavy metal history. On May 4th, 1997, Courtney Love, who's constantly here during the Heavy Metal History Corner because she's constantly in the news, placed an advertisement in the Seattle Times selling the house that she had shared with Kurt Cobain. The 5-bedroom and 4-bathroom house was on the market for $3 million. The carriage house where Kurt Cobain died had been knocked down while the house was being remodeled. As horrible as this may sound, I don't think that they should have knocked down the carriage house that Kurt Cobain died in. I think it probably would have been a better idea if they had left it up. I mean, Kurt Cobain enthusiasts probably would buy it for maybe $20 million instead of $3 million. That is the most disgusting price I ever heard. It's just not enough money for the house that legend Kurt Cobain lived in. End of story. On May 4th, 2012, Adam Yauch, better known as MCA from the Beastie Boys, passed away. I wouldn't call them heavy metal, but I would definitely call them hard rock and rap mixed together. It definitely really broke my heart when it happened, but everybody's just got to fight for their right to party in his memory. I want to wish a very happy birthday to William Thomas Ward, better known as Bill Ward, from Black Sabbath. He was born on May 5th, 1948 in Aston, Birmingham, in England. I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm pretty disappointed that Bill Ward didn't join Black Sabbath this past year on their tour. I like the other drummer. I love the new album, don't get me wrong. But the fact that Bill Ward was missing really, really broke my heart. I also want to wish a very happy birthday to Shawn Drover of Megadeth. He was born on May 5th, 1966. So he also shares a birthday with Mr. Bill Ward. Maybe that's why he's so talented. On May 5th, 1996, Rage Against the Machine went number 1 on the U.S. album charts with Evil Empire. On May 6th, 1984, Spinal Tap actually played a gig at CBGB. I don't know about you, but my favorite memory in the Spinal Tap movie would have to be when the dwarves dance around the miniature Stonehenge. And I think that's actually based off of a Black Sabbath moment where they ordered a Stonehenge that was actually way too big. And I believe that was with the Ian Gillan version of Black Sabbath. Again, I went into this last week, but I really just don't understand calling the band Black Sabbath when part of the original members aren't in the band. They should have called themselves something else, but I can't fault them for trying to keep going. On May 6th, 2006, Axl Rose announced on Eddie Trunk's syndicated radio show that the long-awaited Guns N' Roses album Chinese Democracy will be released in the fall. Actually, Axl Rose didn't release that album until November 2008 from what I remember. And really, that album just turned out to be a major disappointment for me. I think he could just seriously take that album and just go fuck himself. I really don't care. I waited way too long for Axl Rose to come out with an awesome album, and he just let me down. Oh man, here we go. Don't even get me started. May 7th, 1991, at a court in Georgia, a local couple lose their case against Ozzy Osbourne. They claimed their son was inspired to attempt suicide by listening to Ozzy's music. I'm really, really sick of this crap with heavy metal. I know this happened in the early 90s and everything, but musicians don't try to make music to kill people. Musicians try to make music so other people can identify with the music. That's all Ozzy was ever trying to do. There's no subliminal messages. There's none of that crap that people say that there is. It's just straight up rock and roll music, heavy metal music, and that's what we live for. So this is just a case that really makes me angry. I feel sorry that these parents lost their son. I don't know what I would do if I lost my son, but I don't really think that they should go suing Ozzy Osbourne over it. I'm sorry. I want to wish a very happy birthday to Alex Van Halen of Van Halen, who was born on May 8th, 1955. Another awesome drummer born this week, huh? On May 10th, 1965, bassist Chris Novoselic of Nirvana was actually born as well. So another happy birthday. Woo! Uh-oh, I think Tony Bro's going to get mad at me because I just said woo into a microphone. On May 10th, 1969, Led Zeppelin debuted on the UK charts at number 6 and maintained its presence on the charts for 71 weeks with their first album. The album was recorded in only 36 hours. Pretty impressive if you ask me. On May 10th, 1986, drummer Tommy Lee of Motley Crue married actress Heather Locklear. And I guess they got divorced somewhere later down the road. Okay, on to the next story. On May 10th, 2006, Great White Tour manager David Bichelli is sentenced to 4 years in jail after pleading guilty to 100 counts of involuntary manslaughter. In February 2003, a fire at a nightclub set off by the band's pyro killed 100 people, unfortunately. On May 10th, 2008, Led Zeppelin announced a £250 million world tour. And then nothing happened. So there's nothing to report on. And that's it for this week's Heavy Metal History Corner. Please visit my YouTube, www.youtube.com/rosebud1313. And I'll see you on the flip side. Love y'all. Have a wonderful week and weekend.